Hello friends, welcome to Charya's Kitchen. Today I'm going to make and show you Bangalore local bakery style Khara biscuit, which is also called as salt biscuit and om biscuit in few places. The ingredients which we need for this are all-purpose flour or maida, room temperature butter, custard powder. You can even use one egg as a substitute for custard powder, milk powder, curd, powdered sugar, and for the spices I have taken green chilies, coriander leaves, curry leaves, which is chopped very thin and small, salt, baking soda. Water is just a last option to use if you find the dough being very stiff and tight. The room temperature butter and curd is more than enough and sufficient to give the moistness for this cookie. So now let me show you how to do this. First I am going to add all these chopped ingredients to the room temperature butter, and I am just going to mix it very well so it just gets incorporated. And for the dry ingredients to sieve, I am going to add all the dry things: the custard powder, milk powder, baking soda, salt. I'm going to sieve this together, and meanwhile I'm going to mix this butter and spices. I am using the mixer here just to make it faster. You can even use the whisk or the hand mixer, or even mix it with hand. Once the spices are incorporated well, I am going to add the powdered sugar. Mix it with a very low speed. As it is a powdered sugar, there are high chances that it might shower on you all over. Now I am going to sieve directly all the dry ingredients. And again start mixing it. Here I am not going to mix it too much. I just want all the dry ingredients to mix with the butter. I am going on a very low speed here. I'll just wait till it all gets gelled and well incorporated. You can see it looks little crumbly here, but that is how the texture is supposed to be, like separated but still together. And this is the time if you want to add any spices you can add. The ajwain is an option. If you are using, just use quarter teaspoon of it so that it won't dominate the cookie flavor. If you want to add any other spice like even the green chili or curry leaves, even the salt, this is the time you're supposed to add and mix it. Now I am going to pan this cookie. I am going to show you two types and the two techniques which you are supposed to follow. I am going to take a small batch of it here, and I'm just going to pat it slowly in my hands. Please don't use the rolling pin. When you do use the rolling pin, it is going to crunch the texture of it. Take a small batch of it in your hands and circle it like this. We are using our hands only to give it a slight shape, because we have butter and the warmth of the hand has a tendency to melt it. So just give a shape and just pat it small in a circle shape. And when you see a small dome, this is more than enough. And now I'm going to pan it. So just to get a proper measurement, I have just patted it, and I'm just trying to pull a small scoops in my hand. We are not going to crunch this. It is just to give the rolling shape movement, and just give it a slight pat with the thumb and just place it. And the second one is to get everything in an even shape and the size. We are going to use the cookie scoop. By using this, we are not just going to get the shape, even the texture is not going to be affected more, because the contact with the hand and the cookie would be comparatively less. If you want to get the rusty look just as is, you can leave it as is. This cookie dough doesn't run over. If you want it in an even looking shape and size, just take one small dough. Like I said, you can do like flatten it up like this slightly. Don't crunch it. or just give a small pat around just to look it like this. Even this gives you a beautiful looking cookie. The main thing is we should not knead this dough nor crunch this dough. So we are using just hands, and hand movement should be less so that the cookie doesn't melt up and go over. Now for even baking, I'm going to poke holes in the cookie. It is an option again. If you do this, it is going to give you a very rusty looking cookie with proper cracks and even baking. Bake this cookie for 25 to 30 minutes with a very low temperature. It is 160 degrees Celsius or 320 degrees Fahrenheit. You can adjust 5 or 10 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit based on your oven. Once it is cooked, you have to turn it over and flip it and see. And if you see the bottom being golden brown, pretty much it is cooked. If you still feel it is not looking cooked, or if it feels heavy, still go ahead. Even if you pull out the cookie, it is okay to put it back again and bake it for 5 more minutes. So now I've done cooking it, and like you can see, it is 25 minutes, and you can see the color difference here. And the fork actually has helped the cookie to take its own shape, and it looks very natural. You can see it is completely golden brown. So it is, you can see the difference over here. At the top it looks yellow and down golden. So our cookie is cooked now. You can let it sit for 2 hours to come to room temperature so it cools down completely, and then it is good to be eaten. I hope you liked the video. Please do subscribe for Charya's Kitchen for more detailed videos, tips and tricks. Thanks for watching.